Okay, hey guys, if you guys haven't noticed, I actually dyed my hair again, and I think I did a way better job than I did last time. Should have, like, filmed this one rather than the last one, but hey, whatever. Same concept, so I mean, like, whatever. I feel like I look like Raven from, Teen Titans. I love it. Okay. Anyways, this is the look I did today. Hopefully you guys like it. If you want to see how I did it, just go ahead and watch the video.
Okay, hello friends. So the first two things I'm going to be putting on my face is two serums. The first one is going to be from Herbivore. It's called the Lapis Balancing Oil. I got some in my mouth, so I'm just going to be massaging that into my skin with my purple hands because I had just dyed them literally a few hours before filming this. And then I'm going to go to the next serum, and it's going to be from Biossance. It's the 100% squalance oil. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but hopefully it is. Please don't hate me for the inaccuracy. And then I'm going to be putting in the Aveeno Ultra Calming Daily Moisturizer that I always put in all my videos because it's the only moisturizer that I have with me, and because it takes me like 5 hours to massage into my skin, I had fast forwarded to accommodate for that. And next we are going to be putting on the Uban Decay Optical Illusion Complexion Primer. I had run out and I had bought a new one. Thank God for online shopping, because there's no way I would have went into the store for it because I never have time. Next, I'm going to be using a new foundation that I haven't used before. So this foundation is the Becca Aqua Luminous Perfecting Foundation in light. Personally, I feel like this is too dark of a shade. As you can see, it's slightly darker than my neck, but it matches my hands quite well. So I mean, it's a good. It's not horrible of a match, but I would have liked it lighter. But that's fine because we're going to be going in with concealer right after this, after I'm done blending it throughout my face evenly. I'm just using a flat foundation brush all around my face and just buffing it in. And then I'll be using the Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer in the shade Swan. I like to put it underneath my eyes, on my chin, on my nose, my forehead, and on right underneath where I would contour. And I like to buff that out with a beauty blender, but today I'm using the Jeffree Star beauty sponge. I don't know if that's the official name of it, but I had to get it the moment I saw it in the store, so I got it. And I have to say, usually I like it to be more on the softer side when it comes to sponges, especially beauty sponges, especially since like you're going to be patting it on your face. You don't want to like bruise yourself while you're doing it. But I do feel like this is not that hard, and it's like a good medium of hardness and softness. I just would prefer it slightly more, well, not slightly, a little bit more soft. It's just my preference, but it's not a bad sponge. I think it actually blended out my foundation really well. Well, not my foundation, my concealer. I feel like most of the time I'll get so frustrated with like how it's blending with other sponges that I just end up going in with a brush. But as you can see, it's pretty even. Like, it doesn't suck up too much of my product. I feel like I got most of that product spreaded around my face, rather than it being sucked into my like sponge. And it's pink, so I love pink sponges. I I'm surprised that Jeffree Star actually went with pink. I always thought he'd go with like blue or red, you know? But yeah, I'm just making sure everything is nice and blended and making a lot of weird faces because sponge beating face, you just can't help but make faces. And then I'll be going in with the contour stick from Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Fawn. I like to draw my nose contour by first drawing a circle right where I like the button of my nose to be, and then the two lines on the bridge of my nose. I like to contour twice, so I'll also be putting it on my cheeks and chin to chisel that out. I have a very square jaw, so I like to put it right at that corner. As you can see right now, I am just like contouring that corner off so that it appears more oval-like, and then I am just deepening my contour on my cheeks, because yeah, cheeks contours are awesome. And then after we are done with the first brush that we used, I don't know if we switched brushes, to be completely honest. I'm just going to be using a flat foundation brush and just blending my cheek and chin out. And then I'm using a really old Hot Topic concealer brush. I got it years ago, before I was even in high school. I don't know how it still survived, but I'm just using that to like blend out the lines that I put on my nose with that contour stick. And then I'm going to just pat everything with my sponge, and just make sure everything is just really blended, because no one wants to walk around with a muddy streak around their face, right? I don't know why, but I like to continuously go back to underneath my nose. I think it's just because that area tends to be my problem area. Like, makeup just doesn't want to set there. It just like it just like gathers and like the creases, and I like to go back and like suck as much up from the sponge with a sponge as I can without taking off too much of my makeup. And then I'm going in with my setting powder from Milk Cosmetics. This is the best powder I've ever used in my entire life. I tried going back to my old favorites, and it's not the same. And I just really like Milk Cosmetics' translucent powder, the Blur and Set. It blurs my face, and it just sets my face for the entire day, and I only have to, like, I rarely would have to repowder my face like other powders I would. Usually when I like wear makeup and other powders, I get really oily around my cheek area and my nose area, like the like creases around my nose where I just mentioned. And I like to, as you can see, I like to put a lot of powder right on my nose and everywhere. You could almost see like a white cast over my face. But that's fine, because you're going to be seeing right now that I'm going to be using a setting spray to just kind of bring back a little bit of moisture and like further set my face even further. I'm using the Mario Balascu, I think that's how you pronounce it, the green facial spray. It is the facial spray with aloe, cucumber, and green tea. And then I'll be going in with the Tarteist Pro Glow Kit, and just taking 10 pounds off of my chin, and my neck, and my cheeks, and my nose, and my forehead, and my entire face, pretty much. Just like going for like 1,000-mile run without actually doing the work. I'm kidding. Basically, we're just kind of chiseling the face. And with this brush, as you can see, I first went in with it like vertical, going with the way I'm doing it, and then I turned it over a little bit to kind of blend it horizontally. And I'm just using the Wet n Wild fluffy concealer brush, and I am just going to be contouring with powder my nose as well. I like to contour with both cream and liquid just because I feel like it just is more like it adds more dimension to your face, and it just further sets those areas, and I don't have to worry about it. It's just like, oh, when the powder fades away, then I don't have, then like I still have the cream contour underneath. You know, so it's just like to make it my contour last throughout the day. I feel like that both powder and cream contour helps a lot. And then with that same palette, there's going to be a shade called Strobe. I'm just going to use my finger and highlight my nose. I like to start with the tip of my nose and then go up the bridge. And then I like to put it on my lip, my upper lip, just like where the cupid's bow is, and then on the bottom lip, right where that lip, like the shadow I have on my lip when I relax my lips, that's where I like to put that, and then also my cheeks. And then I'm using a new brow product. I know I said before that I can't use other brow products, but I wanted to try this one just in case I like it, and it turns out I did. Because when I want a little more of a subtler brow, not so extreme or not as dark, I'll be using this one. It's the NYX Professional Makeup. That was weird. It's the, where is that? It's the Frame and Tame. Oh, it's the Tame and Frame. I like to use this one when I don't want it to be so dark and like really black, because it is in the shade black. I read the packaging. It says it's black, but it's more of a really dark brown. If you can see here, it's not as intense as the granite from Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. I am still using the same brush though, in case you're wondering. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills like precise brow brush. And then after I do that, especially with pomades, I like to just take my setting powder and dust it over on top, and then wherever I feel like I'm still oily. And then I'm going to go into the NYX Professional Makeup Steam Palette. I got this for my birthday from Monica, my cousin's girl, and I use this all the time. It's one of my like go-to when I want something a little bit more neutral, not so extreme. So I'm going to be using that light brown shade that's on the bottom of the palette. It's on the corner. It's like a light darkish brown. I like to use this color to just contour my eyelid, put it in the crease area, and just like add some definition to my eyes. And then I'm going to go into that darker brown shade and just putting it on my outer corners and on my mid outer lid crease, on mid outer crease area, and just keep on applying as necessary. I like it to be kind of noticeable, so you can see it like right now. You're about to see it in just a second. When there you go. You can see it right here, how I like it. And then I'm going to use my finger and use that metallic shimmery shade, and I'm just going to pat that on top of my lid. And then I'm just going to keep on applying until I feel that it is shiny enough for me. And then on top of that, I'm going to be topping that with the Stila Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow in Praline. I like to just like dab it in the middle of my eye and then use my hands to just spread it and blend it and make sure that I still have glitter on top of my lid. And I'm just using patting motions with the pad of my finger. I feel that the middle finger is the best finger to use when applying makeup. It just has the best control. And then I'm going to be going into the Juvia's Place and using that white shimmery shade and putting it in my inner corners, on my brows, and maybe a little bit on my nose. I don't know if I showed that, but I did put it on my nose, just on the tip of my nose, and then I'll be going in with some lipstick. I'm using the L'Oreal Paris Rogue Signature Matte High Pigment lipstick in Eye Stand. This is, if you plan on going on the Walmart app, it's the last shade. I guess it's the darkest shade according to it, like darkest nude, I'd say. I bought this because one of my coworkers at work has this really cool brown lipstick. I think she uses multiple lipsticks and she just mixes it to look like that. But I've been looking for a good dupe to get that because I really want to try a lipstick like that. And yeah, so this was my attempt at it. It's not dark enough in my opinion. It should be more on the browner side rather than the like, I don't know, like there should be more reddish brown in it. And then I'm going to be using my eyeliner that I always use, which is the NYX Cosmetics Epic Ink Liner in black. And then I'm going to curl my lashes like you're seeing right now. And yeah, I'm just curling my lashes with a lash curler, obviously. And when you curl your lashes, what you want to do is you actually want to try and curl throughout your lash. Like, try to curl as you go down the lash, rather than just in one spot. And you don't want check mark lashes. No one wants that. It's not cute. And then you want to put some mascara on. I got this for my birthday gift from Ulta. It was the Lancome Mon Sieur Big mascara in #1. Big is the new black. And of course, here's some awkward mascara faces because no one should apply mascara without making a face. And lashes and lash glue, and you're all set.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed seeing how I did this look. Little update, I just used Pravana Violet in my hair, just straight, like I didn't even add like conditioner or anything. And yeah, in case you want to do this color too, I like it. Generally when you go darker, it tends to look a lot more healthier than when you go lighter. It tends to look more fresher and cleaner. And I will link all of the items that I used on my face today in the description bar. My hands are purple. Hopefully that didn't bug you too much. Please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell button. Yeah, anyways, if you want to get notifications for whenever I upload, that's what you would hit. So I love ya. Goodbye. Have a wonderful